hasn't got chance to say hello to you for a long time. Welcome to my channel, Brain Heart Wonders. Hello, good morning. Mind your memory, because memory has essential roles in our life. We can say our life is memory, right? Because of memory, we can manage our life. Because of a memory, we connect ourselves to the world around us, and also we perceive the world, perceive ourselves. Because of our memory, we connect, gives ability to connect with others and manage our life, manage every task of daily life, or because of memory. This is very, very powerful. And also there is, when we want to learn something new, there is integral between the past or remote memory or long-term memory, which facilitate the new learning. So it has essential roles in learning as well. So learning has very, very essential roles in our life. So where it come from? Where the memory come from? It just come from information we receive from outside through all our senses, 5 senses. It goes reach to our brain through the sensory nerves, and in precortex here there is a connection between precortex and limbic system. Through all this process, memory is formed. It can be short memory, it can be long memory, it can be sensory memory. Sensory memory, suppose you are in the kitchen, you're cooking, you touch something hot and you feel it, in 1 or 2 seconds, you just pull back yourself. This is, sensory memory. So next time, if you see the oven or something hot, it just crossed your mind, never do it again, because you learn a lesson. Through rehearsal, repetition, like affirmation, like reprogramming the subconscious mind, memory the same. From the short-term memory, through rehearsal, repetition, it can go to the long-term memory. A few days ago, I went to one of the floral shop. I wanted to buy a plant. There was a very sweet, lovely, aged, I can say, lady. She was about 85 years old. That's what she told me. She was very, very delicately looking at each flower, touching, smelling. Finally, she grabbed one of the plant, a small, tiny, in a small pot. I asked her what was the significance about that plant she chose. She told me that plant, it gives small, beautiful flowers, and then she said the name of the plant was Rosalina. She said her name also was Rosalina, and the name was selected by her mother. I asked her why she was that much interested about Rosalina. She said when she was very young, her mother used to grow them at home, and all the time they had Rosalina in their life. And her mother was 21 years old. She was 21 years old when mother passed away. So now, in her long-term memory, she just remembered everything. So now she wanted to learn, she wanted to try herself to just grow this plant. She's trying to add the long-term memory, what she learned, to recall them, because long-term memory integral with the recent memory at this time, so enhance a learning process. How great is that? Memory is very, very strong, very powerful. It can hold, this is like storage. Long-term memory, it is indefinite. indefinitely and also unlimited storage. Note, as long as the brain is healthy, long-term memory, short-term memory also is there, and when we need it, because any information we get through our sensory, it is stored in our brain, encoded, stored, encoded, and uh, retrieved whenever we need. So what is there in the long-term memory, just back again, the opposite direction, because this is the system of the brain. So there is a link between the past memory and if you want to learn something new. Today I'm going to give you a small game. We are going to play a game and we have a little bit of fun together, okay? Don't think you are testing your memory. No, that is just game. And just let you know, as a human being, we never have perfect memory because our memory can affect by so many things. Okay, so gradually I'm going to talk. What are they? Now, I come from number 1 to number 10. With each number, I give you a word and I repeat 2 times. Okay, and you try to remember the words in relation to each number. Okay, ready? Here we go. 1 is a bun. 1 is a bun. 2 is a shoe. 2 is a shoe. 3 is a tree. 3 is a tree. 4 is a door. 4 is a door. 5 is a hive. 5 is a hive. 6 are sticks. 6 are sticks. 7 is heaven. 7 is heaven. 8 is gate. 8 is gate. 9 is line. 9 is line. And 10 is hen. Okay. Now relax. Take a deep breath and try to remember how many words in your mind. How many do you remember in related to each number? Doesn't matter, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if you don't remember anything, okay, at this moment, later on you will remember. And don't worry about that. But if you're concerned about your memory and you think recently you are more and more forgetful, and not only you notice, your family also notice about, please make sure you check with your doctor. Okay? It is good to check. Okay? It doesn't hurt you. It is just matter of 10 minutes time, and also to make sure everything's all right. Sometimes some other factors affect on our sleeping, our memory. For example, if you don't have a good sleep, if you are on medication, or if you had very active, super active day, or you get exhausted mentally, physically, so it affects on your memory. So many things can affect on memory. So uh, always in the field of science, compare brain with muscle. If we don't use muscle, if the muscle is unused, gradually the muscle mass shrinks, and even it is said muscle atrophy, muscle gets shrink and shrink. Okay, and effects of everything. It affects on the bones, effects of the joint, effects of flexibility, effects of the stability of the body, and also it causes pain as well. But when doing regular exercise, that muscle has a chance to get back to the normal condition, as they are doing in the hospitals, in the health system. Those who are having a long-term illness in the hospital, at the same time, there is a few times a week, physiotherapist is on the side helping the patients, for this active or passive exercise to keep the muscle healthy. So that is important. So back again to the memory. Memory is a storage. It stores, encodes, and retrieves. It means anytime we want to learn something new here, right now, immediately, without my knowledge, without using any consciousness or subconsciousness, it comes to the surface. It comes from remote, comes back opposite way to this moment. It helps me to accelerate learning process at this moment. So that is very, very powerful. So where this come from? The information received from outside through all of our five senses. What happened? The brain processes, as we mentioned before, and through this process, uh, memory is formed in form of sensory memory or short-term memory or long-term memory. As long as our brain is healthy, long-term memory is intact all the time. But with aging, age is a little bit risky. Little bit of short-term memories can get affected. There's so many people, aged people, if they don't remember what they eat in the morning, what they eat breakfast or lunch for the day, but they remember the detail what happened 30 years ago. So short-term memory a little bit gets shaken, but there are also some people, some aged people, even they remember what they eat. So it is not, we cannot generalize it that so short term completely get weighted when we get age. But age is a risk factor. At the University of Melbourne, Dr. Cassandra Suzuki, I hope to pronounce her name properly, she is the author of The Secret of Women's Healthy Aging. She mentioned she works in the dementia and in this area, and also she stressed that brain shrinks with dementia. And also Dr. Sharon Naismith from Sydney University, she is a director of healthy aging program at the university. She's also talking about dementia, and then she said we can be protective of our brain by having, proper sleep patterns, healthy sleep, healthy diet. Most of the time they talk about Mediterranean type of diet is the best for the brain, okay? And also mind the cholesterol, blood pressure, because with high blood pressure, hypertension is a high risk for vascular dementia. And have regular activity. In the previous video, we talked about the exercise, the effect of exercise, and then we mentioned that based on the science, then there is a brain-derived neurotrophic factors. When we do exercise, this brain-derived neurotrophic factors release from brain, and this factor accelerate and reinforce formation of new neurons. New neurons, it means neurogenesis, neuron making. Neurons is brain cell, right? So it gives us clarity, right? Okay. Now, about memory. How to retain, improve your memory. Okay. For me, I try to just start from here. What can I do for here? Then I go to all over my body, right? Here is precortex, which is very, very important for the whole process of, receiving information and then connect with the amygdala and this limbic system and process the memory until from the short term reach to long term memory. What can I do here for my precortex? The games. The games are very important for speed memory and attention and also decision making. The games. So like there are so many games on the online. Okay. Chess. Chess is a game for brain, right? It helps you with analytical and critical thinking, decision making. That is very good, and crossword puzzle as well. Play cards. They're all brain game. It improves your memory and return old memory and enhance formation of new memory and also accelerate the learning process. You use the wrong hand. What I do here, I have, table tennis racket here, one hand. From this hand to other hand, I stand in the standing position from just throw from one hand to other hand. So I try to activate both sides. Or I use my left side we never used before, right? So equally, I use both sides, both hands to play with this small ball. At the beginning, it was a little bit challenge for me because little bit of, sluggish on my left side. Now I am equally powerful both sides because left and right of the brain synchronize, with each other, in harmony with each other. Okay, don't you worry if you start and little bit of a sluggish, little bit challenge for you, which is, anticipated, expected. Don't you worry about that. So this is for brain as well to synchronize your left and right side of your brain and also enhance your memory. It helps you with decision making, with attention, with uh, focusing, right? Because you need a lot of uh, focus, have to process, have to send from left to right. This is important. Now, after that, we go to your eyes. What can you do? What can your eyes do for your memory? First of all, I am sure you remember have to improve your sleep, healthy sleep patterns. If you have problem with the sleeping, there are ways, okay, to do that. Before, you don't need to take any medication or any tablet for sleeping. You can do it by little bit exercise. Like, for example, when you are sleeping time, the bedroom, no light, no technology in your bedroom. Your bedroom is a zone for sleeping, right? Okay, when you sleep, you try to close your eyes, do a little bit of game for yourself, little bit draw. You draw where you are sleeping. You close your eyes, which you're ready to sleep, and you're ready to sleep, right? But prepare yourself better to have a better sleep patterns, right? And you want to sleep soon. To distract your brain from what happened daytime, work related or whatever. Okay, you distract yourself. We draw a map of where you are sleeping, draw your room, draw your bed. Then when you finish, if there's a frame on the wall, okay, draw a frame. Then goes to the next door, next room, another room. Then to go to front yard, backyard. Then some trees, you draw some trees. Then keep extending to your to your area where you are living, then you go extend yourself to the suburbs. I am sure by the time you reach to the suburbs where you are living or the place you are in, you are already snoring. This happened times and times with my friends. They started doing the same exercise because sleeping is very, very important. It has an essential role in also connected with our memory. If you don't have a good sleep, you don't expect to have a mental clarity. This is for sure. In the morning, you drowsy and you don't have that much, clarity in your mind. So, better to have a good sleep. What else you can use from your eyes to help you to boost your memory is like stimulate your, visual stimulation. Like when you start walking outside, you don't just see, you observe the things. Okay, look at the things in depth, in detail. This is visual stimulation. You challenge your brain in this way, right? When you challenge your brain, it helps, it boosts your memory. Then you can go to art gallery to just see something new, something to discover something new. This is all you challenge your brain and you boost your brain. Okay, what happened to your nose? What your nose can do to boost your memory? First of all, you don't smoke. Or if you're smoking, just quit smoking. The second thing is you stimulate this sensory to smell. Suppose if you go shopping, you try to taste different things, smell different things. Suppose perfume, right? If you go to the garden, try to smell different flowers. Okay, you try to stimulate the sense. So it affects on your brain, challenge your brain and challenge, and then like it boost your memory. And also when you smell something new, immediately your remote or long-term memory also linked to the surface, come to the surface opposite direction. It helps you for your memory, boost your memory. What happened to your mouth? What does your mouth do with your memory? First, what I am sure, first eating, right? So you eat proper, when you say proper diet, like choline is very important. Choline in the body change to acetylcholine. Acetylcholine is neurotransmitter. It reinforces connection between the neuron, between the nerve cells. So the wiring the brain depends on the neurotransmitters, right? So when you eat food rich in choline, like an egg, like a meat, like a fish, like a leafy vegetable, is done. You're done already. Okay? Your diet is perfect. So what else you can do from your mouth? Now you go to your tongue. Learn new language. So this is also a challenge for your brain. Brain try to grasp, to learn. Okay, so mix up all the old memory, this memory, or what you watch from television all together to learn some new language, which you challenge your brain, okay, boost your memory. You try to taste something new. Suppose your neighbor cooks something and smell delicious. So when you meet her, ask what was the ingredient, what did she cook, what is the name, what are the stuff using for the cooking. When you remember, suppose what spices was used for the cook for the certain cuisine, so then you remember there are 10 items. You try to remember all 1 2 3 up to 10. You never forget and boost your brain at the same time. When you're socializing with friends, you know talking about cooking something new, you try to share what you learn from each other. That is also boosts your brain. So this is all about this area. So what happened to your hands? My hands already using this racket. This is my usual, you know, play when I am alone. I play together. It has different advantages. Not only that physical level, improve my circulation, improve my flexibility, stability, muscles, everything, and also improve my brain function and my brain memory. And also, when you're playing, spontaneously. You see, smile, and sometimes laugh, even though you're alone. If you do some mistake, because it's fun to do that. So what happened? Because you're holding, anything holding like a hugging. So it means I love this one in my hand, right? That is why I'm playing. So oxytocin in the brain release will makes you happy. You see? Simple things, so many things can happen. It can boost your memory, it can increase your oxytocin, or happy hormone, or they call it hug hormone. Okay, in your brain, accelerate your learning process. One, help you with flexibility at the physical level and stability at the physical level, and also boost your memory. So this is the hand. So moving your whole body. This is exercise, right? At least 10 minutes, 15 minutes at least to start with. Daily walking. When you walk, this is the exercise you are doing. When you walk, when you run, when you do some activities, swimming, any activities that improve your body function. It is not only body function, it improves your circulation, your brain reach more oxygen. Okay, so it gives more vitality to your brain. So brain function better. When brain function better at the cognition level, at the thought, cognition, so memory as well. So there is another thing, like put something upside down. Like for example, I have a frame here. If you turn the frame down, upside down, I try to remember each part. Okay, you try to remember when it is upside down, what is down, what is this corner. But this is a form of challenging your brain. This is fun to do that. Okay, but if the frame is too big, you can get somebody to help you take it off or hang it over again. Yeah, but it's also another challenge. And then chess we talk about another things which very it is fun to do, that is dancing. Dancing is not only physical exercise, it's not cardiovascular, it's not you improve circulation to your brain, and also at the brain level, because you are happy, the things you are doing, you are enjoying to do, all the happy hormone also circulates in your brain. So you dance as if nobody sees you. You start with just any music. The music suits you. Okay, then make your music a little bit different to adjust your movement with the music. So I think everybody likes dancing. It is very soft, classic, to modern dancing. So all uh, very good, not only at the physical level, at the brain and memory level as well. This is dancing. So we talk about everything. We talk about the exercise. I think nothing left. If you have anything special in your mind to add to what we said today in this video, to boost your brain, to boost your mind, to enhance your cognitive function, to live, to improve your brain to work, to function at the optimal level, please add to the comment down there, and please make sure to like and subscribe, and also share with those around you, your friends, your family. Thank you so much for watching. Looking forward to connecting with you soon in the following videos, and I wish you all the best. Bye.